Hey everybody, Zach here, and today is a super exciting day, not only because I am surrounded by some insanely expensive vintage amps, but I'm also announcing that the presets you guys have asked for years are finally available to purchase on my website. And stay tuned because I will tell you how you can download a free pack for the Helix, the Kemper, or the HX Stomp. So first and foremost, ToneCraft is a company that I started to help deliver those spectacular amp tones that you guys hear on this channel to you all. And I've always loved digital modeling, the Kemper, the Helix, the HX Stomp. I've got tons of videos about it. And I've always wanted to be able to give you guys my presets and my packs, but I've never had a way to commercialize it. And thanks to my friends over at Alter Ampworks, I'm finally able to offer some of those packs to you guys with their profiles and impulse responses. And one main reason I partnered with Alter Ampworks is because, in my opinion, they have some of the best sounding captures and impulse responses in the market that don't require a ton of tweaking. And so my hope with these different packs, and hopefully what you guys will see with the free pack, which I'll talk about here in a second, is that I tried to really make the amps sound fantastic and then complement that with effects versus the inverse of just making really great sounding effects and the amp doesn't sound that great. So that means for you, you can spend less time tweaking and having to dial things in and just get something that sounds really spectacular straight out of the box. And lastly, massive shout out to Legits for letting me use their vintage amp room to record these demos. They are my favorite guitar shop. They have been for years. So be sure, support them, check out the link in the description, and maybe buy a guitar or two. So to start, the Vox AC10 is the Kemper Performance, and this is going to come with profiles from Alter Ampworks of their Vox AC10, and this is a really spectacular sounding preset. It is super dynamic, it's got a wide range of gain tones, and it's going to leverage all 5 rigs inside of the Performance. So first and foremost, you are going to have a swells rig. You're then going to have a clean rig, which is going to be more boosted mid-range. It's going to be less on the edge of breakup. And it's going to be more of that 1975 kind of pop-oriented style tone. Then you're going to have a verse, chorus, and lead slot. And this is going to allow you to have a lot of dynamic range to move between when playing live or playing during a set. And lastly, each of these different rigs and the effects are going to be dialed in with the morph function to give you a lot of flexibility for each individual rig. So let's hear how it sounds. Now the 65 amps is a spectacular British style amp sound that's going to come loaded with impulse responses from Alter Ampworks of a 65 amps 12-inch Celestion G12H30 speaker. And this is going to be available for the flagship Helix, the LT, or the HX Stomp. For the Helix preset, it's going to come fully loaded with 8 different snapshots. And for the HX Stomp, you're going to be able to have 3 different presets, all dialed in with snapshots to give you guys the best experience possible with using the HX Stomp or the Helix when playing live or on Sunday mornings. And spoiler alert, when I sent this out to my friends to kind of beta test this, I got a lot of really positive reception. I think it sounds spectacular, so I hope you love it as well. Now, to briefly describe the setup for the Helix, you're going to have 8 snapshots, and the bottom row is going to include the first snapshot is your home base, and this is designed to be your starting point for all ToneCraft presets. You're then going to have an 80s vibe, modulation, and swell setting, which are going to give you really ambient, washed out, and kind of fun and just quirky sounds. And then on the top row, you are going to have a clean verse, chorus, and lead tone, and that's going to give you a ton of range to play throughout an entire song. Plus, I've already set it up so that way when you switch the snapshot, it also automatically switches parameters within some of the effects. So theoretically, by clicking into the swells setting, you're going to have a lot more mix. It's going to change multiple parameters, different delays, reverbs, versus when you go to your lead tone. And then with the HX Stomp, it's going to come loaded with 3 different presets, all dialed in with different snapshots. One is designed to be your more home bass, one is going to give you more modulation settings, and one is going to give you some really huge drive tones. And the goal with the HX Stomp was to give you that same flexibility, tons of tonal options, just like somebody for the Helix get, but of course you're limited to a smaller enclosure. So let's hear how this thing sounds. Alright everybody, I hope you love these presets as much as I do. Download them via my website and the description. And once again, thank you Legits for letting me use this super sick space for this video. I'll see you guys next time.